Welcome, 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 and good afternoon, everyone. I am your host, Aisha, and today you are on ibmtv.ca. Yes, part of Radio Bulamasti. Today it's an honor to have Mr. Matthew Campbell with me, and Matthew is part of Cloverdale Community Kitchen and also Fraser Valley Regional Food Bank. So, Matthew, I welcome you to this studio today, and a pleasure meeting you for the first time. How's everything going?
Well, I can tell you it is definitely cold outside, and but very very happy to be here with you. Yeah, it's amazing how cold it can get. We were just filming outside, actually down at the Cloverdale Community Kitchen for our coldest night of the year video, and I was standing outside, and I think it said it was -10 with the wind chill, and I said, "Wow, this is a spring day in Calgary, but definitely cold here in the Vancouver area."
I know the cold here is way different than it is in Calgary, Alberta area. I find that there's a lot of moisture around that gets to your bones, whereas the cold in Alberta, it's more like dry, right? So you can manage better.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, I know we are complaining here, sitting in a warm room, and we are complaining about the cold weather outside. But let's talk about some people that are unfortunate that are out in the cold. And that's why we have Matthew here with us from, like I said, Cloverdale Community Kitchen and Fraser Valley Regional Food Bank to talk about what we have coming up for our community. And Matthew, I'll get you to talk a little bit about what this community kitchen is, and also what this Fraser Valley Regional Food Bank does. So let's look into the Cloverdale Community Kitchen. How long has it been around?
Yeah, so we've been running the Cloverdale Community Kitchen for about 8 years now. It started out of there was a soup kitchen previous to ours in the Safeway Mall right here in Cloverdale, and when the Safeway Mall went to redevelopment, it had to close, and so the city of Surrey and the BIA and the RCMP approached Pacific Community Church down in Cloverdale and said, would you be willing to open up a community kitchen that would serve the homeless, would serve people on disability, some of our seniors in need? And Pacific Community Church said yes, they would open this kitchen. And so they launched what we now know as the Cloverdale Community Kitchen. So for about 8 years, it's been going on. In the first couple of years, there was maybe 5, 10, 15 people that would be coming each night for the meals, homeless, different people on disability, as I said. Over the last few years, that has really grown to where now we have pre-COVID, where we now have 100 people a night that come to the community meals, receive food, receive friendship, receive encouragement. COVID has everything turned upside down here in this world. So since COVID has happened, we moved our dinners outside, and we're serving our meals outside, and that would allow us to then be COVID safe. And so our numbers have changed a little bit through that time, our in-person dinners, but then we also ended up launching a mobile meals program that would help our people that were couldn't get out of their homes because of COVID, and have really been able to help quite a few people through our meals.
So, Matthew, how has it been lately with COVID situation? Did you guys used to get more people before COVID, or after, once COVID has started?
Right. Yeah. So our in-person meals have definitely decreased the number as we're getting 100 people because it was a warm place to come. And now a lot of our friends that were coming to those meals, especially our seniors. So a lot of our seniors that were coming in person, they were lonely, they wanted some friendship, and they wanted a sense of community. They would sit around tables and really chat for a long time with each other. Unfortunately, because of health reasons, they can't come inside. And in the summer, it wasn't too bad because they could still come and they could eat outside in the warmth. But as the colds come, a lot of them have taken us up on our service where we have a mobile meal service, and we actually deliver about 100 meals a night to all over Surrey, Langley, White Rock, and North Delta. And so about 100 people. So a lot of our seniors have taken us up on that, where they can get their hot meal right to their door. They don't have to go on the bus. They don't have to be compromised by COVID. COVID, they can stay safe through this season. And so we still have 50, 60, 70 people that come to in-person meals on different nights, but a lot of our seniors have moved to the delivery model.
Wow. So you feed over 100 people in person and mobile as well.
Yeah. So right now we're up to some of our high weeks. We're up to 700, 800, 900 meals a week between in-person and delivery meals.
Wow, that is amazing. So a lot of work goes into that, behind that. Now, looking at our society, our community, I know we have kind of connected through Christmas time as well. And when we brought that up on the radio, a few people, or actually I should say many people had reached out to me and they were saying, how can we help? Can we prepare the meal, etc. So now is the time. And in what way can our community help?
Right. So right now, COVID has turned everything upside down. So we need to really keep our kitchen safe in COVID ways. So any food that we serve our guests needs to be prepared in a food safe kitchen. So unfortunately, people ask us, can I make some food at home and then you guys hand it out? And unfortunately, no, we people can't make it at home. It's all regulated by Fraser Health so that we know that everybody is getting a good, safe meal. So if people own a restaurant or are connected with places where it's a food safe kitchen, then they can come and they can bring food to us and we can serve that. So actually there's a little pizza shop here in Cloverdale, Jumbo Pizza down in downtown Cloverdale.
Yes.
And they, in 2 weeks from now, they are going to be making their own pizza at their shop, which is all food safe, and coming on a Wednesday night, and themselves, their employees, and their family are going to then serve it to the people that come in person for our meals. So that's one way that definitely people can get involved. And then pre-COVID, we were always looking for groups to come in and help prepare meals with our volunteers and do that. So we're still trying to figure out how that works in a new COVID world.
It is tough.
But we would always invite people, if they want to volunteer and help make a meal, email us, call us, and we can start the process and have some conversations and figure out how anyone can come. Any of your radio listeners, any of the people watching this TV broadcast that live in the area, call us, email us, and we would love to connect with you.
All right. So can we share your phone number and email address for people that want to reach out directly to you? I know we'll be getting calls as well here, and I can always phone you and coordinate with you. But would you like to share your email and your phone number for our viewers that want to reach out directly?
Yes. So one of the easiest ways is just to search on Google Cloverdale Community Kitchen. So you can go there, and then you can go to our website at mycck.ca. That's mycck.ca for Cloverdale Community Kitchen. Our telephone number is 778-617-3000. So we made the last 4 digits pretty easy. And then you can also email us at info@mycck.ca. But best way is just to jump on the website and click on Get Involved and follow the volunteer links there. And then you can ask us any questions there. You can also check us out on our Facebook page or Instagram, which is all under the Cloverdale Community Kitchen. And you can message us right there on Facebook or Instagram. And that'd be a great way to connect with us too.
Awesome. Excellent. And I just want to say thank you to Jen. That's where this all started this morning. I was on social media and I saw Jen's post and I reached out to her, and then here we are. So a great initiative, Jen. Thank you very much. So people can come contact you guys right now with COVID. There's a lot of restrictions. So please call in or send an email before you show up at the door. So could people donate cash or money in some e-transfer or some other ways to you guys?
Exactly. So we live on donations. The generosity of this community allows us to do what we do to help people in need. So yes, for sure, we can take donations. Let me share with you a little story about we host the cold weather shelter right here in Cloverdale. So when it's cold outside, which it definitely is cold right now, last night we had 20 people sleeping inside of our building. So between November and March, when it gets really cold, then our doors open. We're able to then host people inside. A lot of our homeless friends, people that you'd see around the community that do not have a home to go to, they can live in a tent when it's +10,
Yes.
but when it's -10, it is not so good out there. So we had 20 people there last night, and the police, they go around town, and in a good way, they check on a lot of our homeless friends during these really cold times. And so last night they found 2 guys that were just underdressed and were homeless. They picked the 2 guys up in a good way, brought them over to the shelter. The guys got to come in and got warmed up, got a really hot meal, got some hot chocolate, had a warm bed to sleep in. And this morning, these 2 guys were leaving our building, and both of them were only dressed in jeans and a long sleeve t-shirt. So not even a hoodie or anything warm like that. And they were ready to freeze again. We noticed that, and we've had a bunch of people that have donated different things. So we had a family just come in about 2 weeks ago, and they donated 10 brand new winter parkas, like the really thick down parkas. I think they're about retail, they're about $300-400 each. This family bought 10 of these, brought them to us, and said, when you see somebody in real need, give them out. And so this morning we saw these 2 guys in this long sleeves t-shirt, gave them each a winter parka. As they were leaving and walking down the street, these 2 guys had the biggest smiles on their face because they knew that they were going to be warm this week. They'd been worried about that, but they also knew that somebody in the community cared about them. So it was just a great thing. So
what a nice gesture. What a nice gesture. So then we are open to have people drop off jackets, blankets. What else would you take?
Yeah, so we take any of the winter clothing items. That is definitely a practical thing that helps. We also take food for our food bank that we run. So people will call us up, or people will just show up and say, "Here's a bag of food." We gratefully take that, get it into our food bank, and then we get it out to people in need. And then definitely people that can help us financially. That is. It goes a long ways. It helps put gas in the truck. It helps heat the building. It helps to make everything happen so that we can help people in need. And to that end, we actually, coming up in 9 days from now, have our biggest fundraiser of the year.
So how is that going to be possible with the COVID situation? And first of all, what is this fundraising event that's coming up?
Perfect. So those of you watching here on TV can see my hat. It's called Coldest Night of the Year. Coldest Night of the Year actually runs in 150 locations across Canada. And so there's a number of 150 charities across Canada that use Coldest Night of the Year to help raise funds, and it's to help people who are homeless, hurting, and hungry. And so we signed up to this fundraising event 8 years ago, and we've been running it every year. Last year we raised $125,000 and actually had 700 people in our area come and walk and support what we do, show the community that we care about people who are homeless, care about people that are hungry. And COVID. Yes, COVID is on this year. So how is it working this year? We've actually moved the event completely virtual. So we're still having people on February 20th go and walk their own route. So we can't have 700 people show up in our building, obviously. We can't have 700 people all walking hand in hand down the road together. But we're encouraging people to sign up for the Coldest Night of the Year and then end up walking around the Cloverdale area or walking around their own neighborhood. We're having a drive-through event where we end up giving out these toques. So people who raise $150 or more receive one of these toques, and then they can take these toques, walk. They can see other people walking in the area, wave to them, say, "Hey, way to go." Obviously staying socially distant and staying COVID safe. And we have actually a couple of businesses in downtown Cloverdale that during that day on the 20th, if you walk into their business and you're wearing one of these hats, they'll give you a coffee, or some people are handing out candy bags. So it is a lot of businesses in the area are supporting what we're doing. So we're right now doing amazing with our fundraising. We've already raised $120,000.
Wow.
That puts us second in the country for fundraising. So
Wow.
little Cloverdale here, a part of obviously bigger Surrey.
Yeah.
We're so many generous people, and all these dollars raised then will help us continue our programs to feed people, to get people off the street, and really care for the community here.
Wow, you sound very, very passionate about what you're doing, Matthew. February 20th is the walk. So how do people sign up, and what does it cost people to sign up?
Right. So to sign up, you can go to our website, Cloverdale Community Kitchen, or you can just type in coldest night of the year. And when you get onto the coldest night of the year website, look for the Surrey Cloverdale location. So very important, Surrey Cloverdale. There is a White Rock location, which we are competing against in a good way to help raise funds for programs.
Competition sometimes it's good. It gives you more energy and it keeps you going.
Exactly.
Right? So
exactly.
It's a good competition. It's not going against each other, but it's like, okay, hey, let's do more and more, right?
Exactly.
It's a good way of motivating each other.
Yes.
So it's a good thing. It's a good thing.
Yeah. So White Rock down there, they're third in the country for fundraising. So we're neck and neck. So in a great way, we're spurring each other on to help raise these funds. Theirs goes to support people in the White Rock area through Sources Community Services. Ours go to support people across all of Surrey, Langley, and White Rock for our feeding of people. But it's just exciting to see the generosity of the community during this COVID year. Sure. And it's going to make a huge difference in people's lives. And so people can go on to the website, they sign up, and it's free to sign up. And we encourage everyone that can sign up. And then if they can ask their friends, neighbors, send them a little email and say, hey, I'm walking in this great virtual event. Sponsor me for $10, for $20, whatever people can give. And then those of you that raise over 150, you do get one of these exciting hats. And then you get to go and show your support for what you're doing here in Cloverdale, and know that you're a part of actually thousands and thousands of people across Canada at 150 locations walking to show that we care for our homeless friends. We care for the people that are hungry. So
here's what we want people to do. So February 20th is the walk, and that's the day it's my dad's birthday as well. So great day. What we want people to do is when you're walking, send us an email with a picture. Send us your picture saying, hey, here I am, right? We'll put it on our website. Also, we urge our listeners and our viewers to join in as well. Count IBM TV and Radio Bula Masti, which are together. Count us in.
Thank you.
And we will be out there supporting and trying to help raise funds as much as we can. And we would love to work with you, Matthew. It's a great program that you have going. And I know we will get a lot of community support as well. So as leaders, we need to get out there. But even if it's raining, rain, snow, or sunshine, it's happening, right?
It's happening. And the good thing this year is with it being virtual, people can walk sort of anytime that weekend. A lot of people will be focusing on that February 20th. But if you walk on the Friday or you work on the Sunday, that's okay too this year.
All right, excellent. So we are excited, looking forward to it. And that's happening February the 20th. Also, let's talk a little bit about the Fraser Valley Regional Food Bank.
Yes. Okay. So our food bank, we launched our food bank just before COVID. So it's actually
over a year.
Yeah, just over a year ago. We didn't know COVID was coming. Like I don't think anybody knew it was coming.
No.
And but we had been planning for a couple of years to help supplement our meal programs with non-perishable foods and with other items to help our community and to help our guests. And so just actually 2 weeks before COVID hit on March 1st, we launched our food bank officially. It went in the newspaper and we started to have the public come. And 2 weeks later, COVID hit. And so we had to make a really big decision on those days when COVID hit. Do we shut down something we just started, or do we push through and put in the right safety measures? And so we looked at each other and we said, this is when a food bank is most needed.
That's
during
right.
a crisis time. And we said, we are going to push forward and we're going to make sure that this happens. So we quickly moved all of our food bank distribution from inside the building to outside the building. Luckily, we were coming into the springtime, so it was a
Yes.
little warmer. And we quickly pivoted. Our volunteers all switched up. So we had a bunch of people in their 60s and their 70s who were volunteering. And as soon as COVID hit, the word on the street then was, if you're a senior,
Yes.
please stay safe. So we got, every day we were getting a call where a volunteer said, my kid tells me I can't volunteer anymore. So they stopped. And we really thought in the first couple of weeks of COVID, can we keep this going?
Yeah.
But it was amazing. Once we put out the word to the community that a lot of our volunteers had stepped back for safety reasons, for every volunteer that we lost, we gained 2 brand new volunteers.
Hey, do good things with good heart, good intentions, and you know what? You're gonna see how it grows. So good intention shows, and like I say, you give one, God's gonna give back in tenfolds, right? And we believe in that, and we strongly believe in that, and that's why we are here from this organization, from this company, to help out whoever we can. So Matthew, it's a pleasure having you here. And for the food bank, so where can people drop off? And it's non-perishable items only, right?
It's non-perishable items for the most part. We actually, so if people are donating, yes, it's easiest to donate non-perishable, but we're one of the food banks that actually distributes a lot of fresh items and a lot of frozen items. A lot of those come in from companies. So there's companies that call us up and say, I have 2 skids of tomatoes. I don't know how to get it out to people in need. And we'll send our truck over, we'll pick up 2 skids of tomatoes, and then we sort them, and then we distribute them and we get them out to people. So at our food bank, people actually receive fresh food along with the non-perishable.
So again, for pickups, because I have some connections where we can, there's always pick up product in pallets ready to go. But the challenge is some people don't have transport to come pick it up, especially those big pallets. So how can we have you set up, or who can we call to get those items picked up?
Right. So if you call our number that I gave before, which is 778-617-3000, we'll answer the phone, and then we'll arrange with our trucks. We have 2 trucks right now, and they're on the road going to pick up from farms and from businesses and from other places, picking up pallets at a time. And we would be most happy to pick that up, bring it back. Our volunteers would then sort it, the good from the bad, and then make sure that the good stuff gets out to people in need. And we even take a bunch of that food and share it with other organizations. So there's other soup kitchens, there's recovery houses, there's other food banks. And when we receive more than we can hand out to the people that we're serving directly, we get it over to them, and then they get it out to people in other areas. So
that's amazing.
We have people coming all the way from, some of our partners are all the way in from Chilliwack, all the way through Delta, and over in Maple Ridge. And so we help share the food. That's why we kind of put regional in our name. We end up sharing this food regionally and get it out to people in need.
Amazing. That's great. And if people just want to show up and drop off, or is that possible? Or because of COVID right now, you have to call in, make an appointment to come drop it off?
To drop off right now, people can drop it off during business hours and during our meal times. So if they're coming 9 to 4 Monday through Thursday, then we're always there and they can just drop it off. We're happy to take a bag, or even 1 can, whatever somebody can spare and whatever they want to give. And if it's larger amounts, then a couple of bags or what you can carry in the trunk of your car, best to give us a heads up. If you're going to drop off 3 or 4 pallets of food, we would love them, but we need a little bit of notice for such generosity.
And I have to say, with my experience, I did drop by at the Cloverdale Community Kitchen during Christmas time, and I have to say your volunteers are very, very friendly. I felt so welcomed when I came out there, and that's what made me want to come and give more, because I felt so appreciated. Right. So a big thanks to your volunteers that you've got working there.
We have great volunteers, and they really have a heart for helping people that are in need, but they also have a heart for connecting with anyone that's coming to donate. So yeah, thank you to our volunteers. And if you come to drop off something, you'll get a huge smile. But obviously, probably a huge smile nowadays behind one of these. And just look at our volunteers' eyes as they smile behind a mask, and you'll know that they really care for people, and they'll care for you as a donor, and be happy to help you donate. And if you want to volunteer, again, you can connect with us on our website, or even when you drop off stuff, talk to one of our volunteers and say, hey, can I talk to someone in charge, because I'd like to volunteer here. We would come down and chat with you and help you get signed up through our volunteer process.
Excellent. That's great. And you know what, talking about smile, you could see those smiles behind the mask that we have to put on right now. And again, talking about Jen this morning, she was so friendly and just so, I could tell she's got such a great heart. And so, Jen, thank you again for connecting us. Once again, Matthew, we want to thank you very, very much for coming out to the studio this afternoon. I know you're super busy, but by all means, we'll have IBM TV and Bula Masti Radio signed up as volunteers as well. And we want to work with you to support our community and support the people that need the help the most.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
You're very welcome. And once again, thanks for watching IBMTV.ca. I am your host, Aisha. And with me, I have Mr. Matthew Campbell from a Cloverdale Community Kitchen and also Fraser Valley Regional Food Bank. Let's work together and help out the people that need the help the most. Once again, IBMTV.ca is the site to check out, or radiobulamasti.com is the site to check out, and we are here for anyone and everyone. It is a station of fusion, so we try to accommodate everyone, and it's all about diversity. So keep smiling, and we shall meet you very, very soon. Thanks for watching. So Matthew, thank you so much once again, and as we finish this, thanks, and keep up the good work that you guys are doing.
Thank you.